to the channel. So today we have on test the Specialized Levo SL, the Gateway Emtb.
This will be testing the old guide brake. She jumps well. So light to move around compared to your other big e-bikes.
The 2020 Levo SL. It has 320 watt hour battery, brand new SL 1.1 motor. It does have the option of adding a range extender, so that plugs straight into the power port on the other side, and you get a water bottle battery that's 160 watt hours. Takes the total capacity that you can have of both of them up to 480. I'm currently testing the comp version of the Levo SL. Has a recommended retail price of $9,800. For the drivetrain, we have an NX derailleur, NX cassette, and NX shifters. For the brakes, we have SRAM Guide R's, 200mm on the front, 180 on the rear. For the fork, we have Fox Rhythm 34s, grip dampener, 51mm offset fork, at 150mm of travel running boost. Rear shock, we have a Fox Float DPS Performance, 52.5 x 210 with a Specialized tune. These bikes both share the same geometry. The only change is the SL has a shorter chainstay at 437mm compared to the Levo at 455. The Levo offers 90 Nm of torque with a peak power of 565 watts at 4 times assistance. The SL 35 Nm of torque, 240 watts of peak power and offers 2 times assistance. Climbing on the SL Levo. On fire trails or nice flow climbs, it provides a great amount of assistance in trail or boost. I think that's where the motor characteristics work really well. When you get onto any sort of steeper pinch climbs or anything else, the front wheel gets a little bit light and a little bit unweighted, and the motor just doesn't have the torque or the power to push you up the hill. I'll also show a clip now of the sound that the motor makes.
You get into this cadence range and it's not necessarily louder, it's just got a higher pitch.
Definitely hear it.
I believe it's because that's gear driven. It's almost louder than the Shimano.
Yeah, it's louder than the Shimano. Yeah, louder than the Nocca, which is rare.
It is under load going uphill, but
So descending on the Turbo Levo SL, extremely fun. It's very similar to riding a normal bike. I've got a Santa Cruz Mega Tower that I ride too. The only difference that I found in between the Mega Tower and the SL is because of this little bit of extra weight of the battery and motor and this bike weighing 17 or 18 kilos, it gives you a little bit more of a planted feel over the trail. So whenever you go over some big rocky stuff, you don't tend to get bounced around as much. It's more of a planted feel, so it gives you more stability, more confidence to just get off the brakes. The Levo SL is an easy handling bike. You don't have to put a huge amount of input in to get it turned. It is a very poppy, playful, easy to unweight, hop over any obstacle, oodles of agility, and will bring a big smile to your face descending any nice flow trail or downhill. Turbo Levo SL would be for a person that's doing a lot of flow trail riding. Around here you'd probably call that Blair National Park or O'Halloran Hill or some easier styles of riding. It's with the spec that you get, so the 34s and everything else, as soon as you get into some more technical descending, it really shows up that they're not great.
see how it goes up here over this little rock garden. Oh, this bike would feel prime with a bit of fork on it. Just not so harsh. Super easy to pick a line to me though. Good fun.
Not to focus on this too much, but a couple of the things that are negatives I find of this bike is you're paying $9,800 recommended retail. They give you Fox 34s, a very, very basic Fox DPS shock, an NX derailleur, NX 12-speed cassette, which are literally the very much lower end of the market, guide R's. The spec on the bike for the dollar value is quite poor. One of the best points about the Levo SL would be the decoupling of the motor. I've found this literally feels like a normal bike. Even when you pedal above the 25 km/h speed limit, there's just no resistance. So the other thing we should touch on is range. What do you get out of the SL 1.1 motor and the new battery combo? Went for a ride the other day, 100% charged, went down to, I think it was 5% I got off the battery. It got 36 kilometers out of it. So I was really pleased with that. I was sitting in trail, probably a good 90-95% of the time, only in a couple of steeper climbs went up to turbo. I have found while testing this bike that if you do sit in turbo, it chews the battery. You roughly get an hour maximum out of a ride. If you're sitting in trail and you're riding up hills, you certainly do have to put in a reasonable amount of effort to keep the bike moving. So it's good. I'd like to thank Will Rides. This is one of his demo hire e-bikes. If you're interested in the SL, Will has some different sizes and options in the SL, or he has a whole lot of demo bike fleet that are available to try if you're interested in getting an e-bike.